want to talk about some of the spiritual secrets of getting answers to questions that we have spiritually. It's so difficult when we really want to get an answer to something and it just doesn't happen. And so I want to share with you a couple secrets that I have learned from my clients about when we are guaranteed to get answers or when we're entitled to get answers. So when can we have full confidence that if I approach God or nature, that I'm going to get an answer? There's 3 times where if we sincerely seek an answer, it's guaranteed every single time. One of the first is when we feel sad. Why? Well, because sadness is the message of our spirit telling us that we are experiencing a loss of hope. Hope is being able to feel the truth of our future, to be able to get a little bit of a glimpse of what actually is going to happen in our life. Who can provide that for us? The spiritual source, or what we call God, is the only source that can provide that for us. That spiritual source of truth is or God. We'll just say God for now. He's the only person that can provide that for us because he knows what sadness means, and he knows he's the only one that can give us the hope that we need. He's the only one that can give us that glimpse into our future and that feeling of hope that we need. Anytime we even feel a little bit of sadness or a lot of sadness, we want that to be a signal of I need hope and I need to seek that spiritually to get the answer that I need. When I was single, I was dating this girl that I was totally in love with. And her friend spread some rumor about me that wasn't true. And my girlfriend at the time broke up with me. I'm walking up to my apartment, feeling the weight of this sadness. And for me at the time, the way that I sought hope was prayer. So I went in my room and I prayed. I was intentionally seeking hope from a place of sadness. And I asked the question, am I going to marry this girl? And I had this very beautiful experience of just this peace and this calmness that emerged within me, this hope, you could say. And then the words that then emerged from that were, you're going to marry this girl and it's going to be awesome. But she just broke up with me. So I trusted that answer and I sat back and I waited. And what happened was a miracle. Over the next couple of days, I just waited. She started texting me again. We ended up going on this beautiful trip. Long story short, we ended up getting married and have 3 kids. This stuff is actually real. I'm not just basing this off of my own experience. As a therapist, I have seen this 1,000 times, that when someone sincerely seeks hope from a place of sadness, there's a real supportive power that is there to give us that hope. It's beautiful. Now, the fear that comes up for people is, well, what if I don't get the answer that I want? Your story, Corey, was a great one, but what if I don't get the answer that I want? Well, what's cool is when we feel sadness, when we're experiencing sadness, we're already in a lower space, or we're already in a darker place during the night. To some degree, we're already at rock bottom to some degree. And so what's cool is sadness is our body saying, hey, there's a better view. There's more hope than you think. And so sadness is to some degree the darkness, and hope is always the light. It's the sunrise. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that receiving hope is always going to be better. The answer that comes through hope or from sadness, from a place, that answer is always guaranteed to be better than your current state or view. So that's what's so beautiful about leaning into the dark and seeking the light, is the light does come every time. It's guaranteed to be better than when you feel sad about something. It's guaranteed to always be better. Might not be fully what you want, but it's guaranteed to be better than where you're at. And so that's the good news. And so that's one avenue in which we can feel very confident that we can get an answer if we're sincere. I'll combine these two. The second and third one are similar. The second one, though, is when we feel deeper shame. Okay, what's that? So shame is when we hold on to a view about ourselves that's false. For example, I'm not good enough. I don't feel worthy of good things. These thoughts are penetrating our mind all the time of you're not doing enough, you're not good enough, whatever, you're not pretty enough. If these thoughts develop for long enough, then they take a deeper root inside of us, a deeper shame or a deeper anxiety. And when there's a deeper shame or a deeper anxiety that is there, that has just developed over years, we are entitled to receive love and light. This is the promise in Christianity. This is the promise in Christianity where Christ says, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come unto you. Sticking with shame, the reason why an answer is guaranteed if we seek it from when it just runs a little deeper is because if I find the right perspective, that's not going to be enough to get rid of this deeper shame. You know, for example, if I really believe deep down from my childhood or from other experiences that I am not good enough to get a job or to be in a meaningful relationship, if I'm not lovable, if that's just a deeper feeling, finding the right perspective is not going to be enough. We need an experience for that to leave us. And so with shame, a really valuable spiritual seeking is asking two questions like, God or Mother Nature or the universe, like, how do you see me? How do you see me? And how do you feel like I've been doing lately in my life? We can sincerely ask those questions, and we can allow that love to come in and truly feel it. And that's what can get rid of this deeper shame for good. And we might need to do this as a practice later on throughout our life or whatever, but it's really powerful. And the reason why people are not feeling enough and shame is taking over in our society is because a lot of people are viewing love as a reward. If I do this or this, or if I achieve these, then I will feel like I'm enough, or then I will feel this love from God or from other people. But love is not a reward. It's a starting point. Love is not a reward. It's a starting point. And so when we are carrying around this deeper inadequacy or shame, we need to truly let the love in and truly feel it. And that's a spiritual thing. The last way that we are entitled to receive the spiritual answers same principle, but when there's deeper anxiety or worry. Again, the anxiety or worry about my relationship not working out has turned into like paranoia. It's turned into just a deeper belief that there's no way this is going to work. This is going to fail. Okay, when we just have that deeper belief, thoughts are not enough to get rid of it. We need an experience. So very similar to shame, except we can receive this, reassurance. So we can ask the question like, is my relationship going to be okay? Is this going to get better? We can feel that if we sincerely seek it, and that can be huge.